Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central. We are here live, ladies and gentlemen. And if you think I'm going to sit around as the globalists take control of my life, you got another thing coming. I understand human potential and our destiny. Even if the world was overpopulated, the elite should stop suppressing technologies and hoarding them, and we should be exporting excess populations to the stars. The elite have made the decision to exterminate most of the world's population, all because they don't want you to have access to the life extension technologies. I don't like them charting the future of the world, and I don't like their responses back to us of, well, the public doesn't care. They want to play video games and watch UT Longhorns because the establishment has force-fed it down their throats in a feedback loop. Now, I said earlier I was going to play the head of Health and Human Services clip where Kathleen Sebelius is bragging publicly about, our PR campaign in children's television shows and movies to take the swine flu shot is really working. That is only the tip of the iceberg. Last week we played clips from Fox News where they brag, Fox TV itself, that they are propagandizing in every TV show, in every movie, in every program for the global carbon tax. And then you have the White House, going back many White Houses, but it's getting bigger and bigger now, and you have the General Accounting Office stating it's illegal, taking hundreds of billions. I mean, Bush spent $8 billion just on the No Child Left Behind propaganda and didn't tell you that sitcoms and dramas and radio and newsprint, fiction, nonfiction was lying and spinning and paid for. Most TV is now paid for lying propaganda. I don't know how Jesse Ventura's TV show is going to get on the air if it's actually anti-New World Order. He swears it is. I've looked at some of it. It looks pretty good. We'll see if that even happens. That was him hinting last week that it may not even make it on the air. Fox admits to planting political brainwashing in popular TV shows. Perhaps we should cue this up, too. See, here's the problem. I don't want to just play a couple clips here and then make you think I'm putting on all my evidence. I have hundreds of clips. Not just where they're admitting it, but where they're engaging in it. Suddenly, Al Gore's on half the dramas and TV shows, and Saturday Night Live is the priest, the savior. If you don't go for the global carbon tax, you want to kill Africans, when it's the globalists that are actually implanting the vaccines with the HIV. And their argument is, well, if we don't kill them, there'll be even more suffering. And then it comes out in the Times of London. The world's rich secretly meet to discuss population reduction. And it is disgusting how the general public hears this and has an automatic denial program implanted in their mind to just say, none of it exists, when I'm here telling you the secrets of the world. I'm here telling you what's really going on in the controllers' minds. I'm reading their documents. I spend the time. I'm here telling you that a horrible nightmare is being set up by a bunch of true believers. And their argument is almost proven by the fact that you want to be killed. You want to drink sodium fluoride. Hundreds of chemicals they put in your water to give you cancer and sterilize your butts. And do you see people marching on the City Hall of Austin, Texas, where I have probably 100,000 plus fans and listeners? No. I would have to beat the drum for a month to get 10,000 people to go down there and have them ignore us. It needs to be every day. It needs to be 100,000 of you. And it's the same for other places around the country. We have got to prove to the elite that we are part of the decision-making process. Because in their weird psychology, they say, hey, we've told you what we're doing. You don't care. Therefore, it's fair game. There's another issue, too. Globalists are always saying, join us, join us, join us. If I've been approached 50 times, I bet Ron Paul's been approached 500 times. I've been taken up on the mountain many times and offered great power. But it means nothing because I know it's evil at its core. I'm not delusional. I know it stinks. My scam meter goes off the chart just looking at Al Gore, much less understanding him and researching him. That just verifies what I already knew. But they have this weird rule where they've got to tell you what they're going to do to you. It's like fair game. It's like they're saying prepare for battle. It's like you're in a ring with a shield and a sword, and they hit their sword and shield together and say, on guard, get on guard. I'm going to kill you. I mean, they're gentlemen. They say, on guard, I'm going to kill you. On guard, I'm going to build a technological police state grid, and then we're going to kill you. Do you see all our police massing around you, brainwashed and ready for blood? Do you see all the surveillance? Do you see how we're imploding your economy? On guard! On guard! And the public's like, cheeseburger, I like it. Just like, that Alex Jones is a nut. And I'm going, they're saying on guard. They're saying on guard. They're attacking. My God, they just gave 45% of the women in this country, in one African country, HIV. My God, these people are devastators. And the general public's like, did you hear about the UT Horns? Did you hear about the Winter Olympics coming up? And I'm like, yeah, that's real neat. I understand the UT Horns. You should drop everything you're doing to fight these people, to speak out against them, to at least address them. If you can't even address them with real evidence, then they say that's proof that you're subhuman and deserve to die. If you can't even man up and face the situation we're in and address the elite, they won't even talk to you. They think it's cute and funny I'm on the air. They think it's cute and funny I'm here warning you because they think you're dogs and that you're not going to wake up. And they say if you did wake up and actually addressed them, then they might do something else. But I know their nature. That's not really the case. It's like a little game. All right, let's play some of these clips and go to some final calls here for people that are holding a mic. Elizabeth, John, Lamont, and Jason. But I'm going to go to your calls. You got to go quickly. The first clip is the Health and Human Services Secretary bragging about how great the propaganda is going. And the White House now admits they're propagandizing on global warming, on anti-gun. This is all going on right now. You need to be aware this isn't a free or healthy society when your tax money is used to take over TV, radio, and media. Here it is. In just a moment. Here it is. It's loading now. For the latest news on H1N1, go to vactruth.com. That's who posted this.
And Ranking Member Collins and members of the committee, I am pleased to have a chance to appear with my colleagues and give you an update at this critical time. And I would start by echoing what Secretary Napolitano has said, that the collaboration and cooperation of not only the three of us representing three critical sort of frontline agencies, but across this government has been remarkable. And we have had wonderful results also with state and local partners, tribal partners, private sector. Mr. Chair, we are continuing to focus on mitigation. In the meantime, there's still some fairly simple steps that people need to take. Social isolation, staying home when you're sick, washing hands, coughing and sneezing into arms. I've been very impressed that children are listening to Elmo and they are correcting their parents in terms of sneeze technique. And we are doing everything we can think of with our partners in terms of the communication effort. Not only using traditional media, but we have great partners in Sesame Street, in Sid the Science Kid, where the Secretary and I will launch a new program today, Facebook, Twitter, ESPN that runs the scrolls into college dorms is a partner in encouraging that age group to get the vaccination. We've had YouTube videos, so we are trying to get the word out to folks that vaccination is the best defense against this flu, and the good news is I think it's beginning to become available around the country.
Okay, now that was Kathleen Sebelius, who I guess had a sty, so she was like one-eyed, like Sauron. They're staring out at people. Did you catch it? Not only are they admitting they're brainwashing your children, we're going to play one of those clips right now from PBS, paid for by the government. Did you notice she said the young children are correcting their parents? Remember Al Gore and all these middle school, high school, and elementary school speeches. He says, correct your parents. They're wrong. And then the New York Times had those articles where the 7-year-old writes fake tickets to their parents. And now at schools in the U.S., U.K., and Canada, they give them little ticket books to write their parents up. This is how they're inducting us into the 1984 society. The state is taking over your children right in front of you. That is absolute, total tyranny you just saw. That should enrage all of you. You should have all your children out of public schools immediately. You shouldn't be letting them watch television. The state is taking over the family and telling your children to tell you what to do. It doesn't get more Nazi or Soviet or Maoist or Hitlerian than that.